Hello, beautiful people. I don't have any signs of audio, so let me check it on my phone to see if it's working. If it's not, I will definitely reboot the stream. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Testing, 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 testing. Okay. Audio is coming through. Good stuff. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Sunday. Today is December 22nd, 2019, and we are here for Dough for Degrees Community Scholarship Chat. As you all know, we go live every single Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to answer any questions you have about scholarships. Last week, peace, I hope all is well. Lily, I hope all is well. Last week, we recapped the YFL Scholarship, and I reflected on Dough for Degrees progress throughout 2019. And I just want to say thank you for everyone's support. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for tuning into this scholarship chat. We started it on July 21st of this year as a way to give back to the community, give back to the world, and just have a live Q&A. Because as you go throughout your scholarship process, you're going to need help. And so if you don't know, my name is Danielle Jeffers. I'm the founder of Dough for Degrees, LLC. Dough for Degrees is a scholarship coaching company where we teach students how to earn scholarships to go to college and graduate debt-free. I graduated debt-free from Virginia Tech on May 17th of 2019, having earned more than $200,000 in scholarships. And the values of our company are gratitude, preparation, service, fortitude, and I'm forgetting one. Oh my gosh, excellence. And if you want to learn about our definitions of those values, please go to our website, doughfordegrees.com. Sorry, that's my heat in the background. And you can learn about all those values. But what I want to let you know is that we take pride in giving back, just having a live Q&A and being able to answer any questions you have. And in addition to that, if you want to contact me and have a one-on-one conversation about how you can earn scholarships to go to college and graduate debt-free, go ahead and click the contact link. What's up, TMH? Peace. Okay. Hey, sister, I hope you're doing well. Till I said, hey, yes, go ahead and click the contact link in the description box of this video. It's also on the About tab, and it's also on our website. Schedule a time to talk. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions as well. And so you all know this. Is this the last chat of 2019? I got to check because I don't know. Let me see. No, we'll have one more chat before we conclude 2019 on December 29th. So next Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, you'll see some videos uploaded, but I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays. I hope you enjoy time with your family and friends and that special moment celebrating the holiday and just closing out the year a good way. I want to encourage everyone to stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Y'all know I've been catching up on videos, trying to get back on track, and that's coming soon. I hope you enjoyed our video. Do I have to go to college? That video was so important right now because so many students are deciding whether they're going to go to college. There's so many applications to go to college. And it's a good question to know if it fits in your plan for your life. To be completely honest with you, no, you do not have to go to college. But if it fits in your plan for your life, make sure you get the best return on your investment. College is an investment. It's not a plaything. It's not something you do for fun. It is something you're investing. You're investing in your education. And most people go to college because they want to increase their earning potential. They want to increase the amount of money they can earn with their degree. And so if you're going to do that, it's very important that you do the best you can to graduate debt-free so you can get the best return on your investment. And so that's what that video talked about. I had a few people message me and say, you told my kid they didn't have to go to college. I answered the question truthfully. You don't have to go to college. If you look at Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, these people dropped out of college. And I'm not saying that's the path I want you to take, but I'm saying, hey, everything doesn't work for everybody. So you got to figure out what works best for you. And if you want money to go to school, you need money to go to school. We're here to help you earn scholarships to do that. Now, before this year ends, we announced the YFL Scholarship in October, and we help people apply for that through a couple of videos. Before this year ends, we're going to announce another scholarship that we're going to help you apply for. And when I go back and edit this video, I'm going to drop the link to that application page. It's the Taco Bell Live My Scholarship. Taco Bell Live My Scholarship. And if I'm correct, they're giving away $1 million in scholarships this year. And it's not even, you don't even have to write an essay. You don't have to have a certain GPA. Same like the YFL Scholarship. There's no GPA requirement. There's no essay required. Well, no, the YFL did require an essay. There is no, it's not need-based. So you don't have to have a financial need to win the scholarship. But what you do need to have is a good quality video submission. And so we're going to talk about how you can win that scholarship to go to college. and help pay for the cost of your education. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel, because I'm going to tell you about scholarships on this YouTube channel. But the best part about me telling you is teaching you how to win. Because once again, I won more than $200,000 in scholarships. And so it's great for me to make you aware of these scholarships. But if you don't have the science to winning a scholarship, then what good does it really do you? But in addition to that, I'm going to teach you how I won. Well, 75% of the scholarships I won when I won $100,000 in scholarships in 5 months as a senior in high school were local scholarships. And so we're definitely going to zone in on that as we close out this year and open up 2020, because from January to April, that is when a lot of local scholarships become available all across the United States. And so I want to make sure everyone maximizes that opportunity, as well as learn some more about the science behind winning scholarships through some ebooks and some webinars and everything we have coming up. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So let me give you an update on what's going on Dough for Degrees. Y'all know we close out at 3:30, and I do have a surprise for you today. Somebody's going to join us. You've heard about them. If you watch the content, you know I founded the In My Bag tour with I co-founded the In My Bag tour with Corey Hacker Green and Kevin Stephenson. What's up, Cab? I hope everyone's doing well. Thank y'all for joining today. We gave more than 500 book bags filled with school supplies and 200 teacher appreciation gifts between my hometown of Danville, Virginia, and Corey's hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And so before we close out today, Corey's going to come talk to you all, give you some updates on everything he's been up to. And you only get to see a small piece, a small highlight of his life through Dough for Degrees. But I want y'all to stay tuned, stay locked in, and make sure you're supporting him and what he's doing. So that's a surprise coming up within the next 10, 15 minutes, something like that. But what's new with Dough for Degrees? So as you know, I announced that I will be a professor at the College of Southern Maryland in February. I announced that a couple months ago, I believe. And so if you are interested in registering for that class, go ahead and do that. That class is titled College Without Student Loans. And I'm going to drop a video. It'll probably be within the first 2 weeks of January to educate you on how you can register to take that class. If you live in Maryland, if you want to travel up from another state to take the class, let's go. Let's get it. I love the support. It's real. I don't deny it. That class is going to be so unique. So I'm teaching on 2 Saturdays. Go ahead and mark your calendar. February 1st and February 8th of 2020. February 1st, 2020, February 8th, 2020. They are 2 Saturdays, and the class is scheduled to run from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on both Saturdays. It's a 3-hour class. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I don't talk for 3 hours. So I'm going to give you a heads up. It's not like we're going to be sitting there, you're going to be taking notes for 3 hours. No, I like to be interactive. I might even bring some food. Y'all don't know. You got to show up to get the full experience. I might surprise you, might even hook you up with something. You just don't know. So if you are in the Maryland area, it's in La Plata, Maryland, to be specific. La Plata, Maryland, that's Southern Maryland, right across the border. Because, you know, I think it borders BC, Virginia, something like that. I'm not good with directions. But go ahead. I'll drop a link. I'll create a video and explain how you can register for that class. If you know someone who lives in this area, make sure you go ahead and tell them to look into it too. It's open to students who are 15 years and older. And so that's a great opportunity for you to learn how to win scholarships. So I give you all this content on YouTube. And this is the video I dropped last week called Danielle Scholarship Success Story or something like that. I talked about how successful do you want to be? Do you want samples? Do you want to sample our YouTube content, watch this 3 to 5 minute video, even our 30-minute videos, and understand a little bit about how scholarships work? Or do you want an appetizer, something to fill you a little bit more, such as an ebook? And if you want a full course meal, the full course meal would be a program we offer through Dough for Degrees. And all those investments, as you increase the amount of knowledge you want to take in, it requires a larger financial investment. But once again, it is an investment. It's not something you're buying. It's not a purchase. It's an investment. And so when it's an investment, you're putting forth some money so that you can get a return back. And so my sister asked, what is the name of the school? The school is the College of Southern Maryland. Let me type that in the chat. College of Southern Maryland. And I think they have 3 campuses, but it's the La Plata, Maryland campus. So go ahead and check that out. I'm going to drop the link and give you all a video soon to give you some updates. And I'm going to drop the course title as well. Good question, sister. Thank you. The course title is College Without Student Loans. And so within that, I'm going to make sure I feed as many people as possible through that 6-hour course. I'm trying to document as much as possible. And I'm going to create a product that will teach you what I taught in that course without you having to be physically present, just in case you're in Germany, Berlin, I don't know, if you don't live close to Maryland. I'm going to make sure you still get the content that was taught to help you apply it wherever you may be. So that's something you want to stay tuned to as well. What else is going on with for degrees? I had 2 engagements last week. I spoke virtually. I had a virtual speaking engagement with Galileo Magnet High School in my hometown of Danville, Virginia. And I talked to the juniors who will be seniors at the end of the term, at the end of the spring term. And this is another thing I want y'all to keep in mind. I hear a lot of students say that I have to wait until my senior year to apply for scholarships. We've said this many times on our channel. No, you can win scholarships as early as middle school. So that's not a fact that you have to wait until your senior year to win scholarships. No, you can win scholarships as early as middle school. But here's where a lot of people mess up. If a scholarship says it's available for juniors, you have to be a junior in high school. At what point can you technically classify yourself as a junior? Well, technically, it's not when the school year, your junior school year begins. No, it's as soon as you pass the requirements to become a junior. So let's say school ends in May, right? You take your SOL test or the standardized test, and you need to pass all your classes for your sophomore year to become a junior. As soon as you pass all your classes for your sophomore year and you are promoted to the next grade, you are officially a junior. And so the summer between each school year is critical because you have the academic standing, the status to classify yourself within that next class rank. You've been promoted to the next grade level. So you can technically apply for scholarships available for those types of students. That's something I want you to keep in mind. But that speaking engagement, they asked me what type of GPA do I need to maintain to win scholarships. And I walked them through my GPA. I walked them through I showed them my academic transcript. I graduated from high school with a 4.1 GPA. I was ranked number 7 in my class, and I graduated from Virginia Tech, summa cum laude, with a 3.7 GPA. And they said, how did you maintain that high of a GPA and still apply for scholarships and run your business? And I was working 2 to 3 jobs on campus and take classes and all these things. I said, you have to have a standard for yourself. You have to set a standard of excellence. Excellence is not about perfection. It's about progress in the constant pursuit of outstanding results. So don't be focused on messing up. I showed them my transcript. I got a C in driver's ed my sophomore year of high school. You look at my transcript, you see a bunch of A's, a couple B's, and you see a C. You're like, what happened? And you look at some driver's ed. I said the same thing. What happened? Well, I know what happened. What I'm saying is don't focus on where you messed up. Just learn from your mistakes and try to get better. And so what GPA do you need to have to win scholarships? Now, think about this. The YFL scholarship didn't ask you to have a GPA. This Taco Bell scholarship we're getting ready to apply for doesn't ask for you to have a minimum GPA. But with that being said, having a certain GPA can help you win scholarships. So many scholarship providers ask students to have a minimum 3.0 GPA. That's the minimum. Have a 3.0 GPA. Now, some scholarships don't ask for a GPA. Some companies give scholarships to students who have a 2.5, a 2.0, what have you. But I want you to set a standard for yourself. What is the bar you need to hit for yourself? For me, I challenged myself to maintain a 3.6 or higher every semester I was in school because it showed that I could be excellent in every area of my life, in the classroom, outside of the classroom, doing community service, what have you. So set a standard for yourself. My clients, I asked them to maintain a 3.5 GPA. Do all of them do it? No. Some of them are working toward it, but what we're working toward is progress, not perfection. So let me get into that a little bit. Why do I say maintain a 3.5 GPA? Because the reason why you win scholarships is because you're distinctly different from someone else. So if you're doing community service, you're serving other people, and you're keeping your grades up at a 3.0, 3.5, 4.0, what have you, you already show some signs of balance in your life, the ability to do multiple things and do them well. And I'm going to create a video about this a little bit later on and explain this in more detail. But if you want to win scholarships, set a standard for yourself. This is my challenge for y'all. Maintain at least a 3.0 GPA. If you want to become a client of mine, trust me, I'm going to challenge you and I'm going to teach you how to maintain a higher GPA, at least a 3.5. And if you want to go to graduate school, maintaining a high GPA in undergraduate can get you free money to go to graduate school. I was looking at going to graduate school to get my MBA during my sophomore year of college, and I was calling like the University of Miami and Duke and all these places and just inquiring about the graduate school process so I could get a heads up. And they said, well, if you graduate from Virginia Tech with the 3.5, we can give you a scholarship that will cover your tuition just because you maintain a high undergraduate GPA. So that's something to keep in mind, y'all. Drop a question or comment if you have one. We're getting ready to transition so y'all can hear from Corey. It's 3:15 p.m. Y'all know we close out at 3:30. But if you have a question or comment, please drop it. I want to introduce you to one of my best friends, my business partner, a big supporter, someone who's helped me grow a lot, Corey Hackett Green. Corey, will you please come up and talk to the people? Let them know what you do, who you are, and how you can help them. Here goes the man himself, Mr. Corey Hackett Green.
What's going on, Facebook? Excuse me, YouTube family. Don't mind me. This is my first time here, so it is a pleasure to be able to speak to you on this lovely afternoon on this Sunday. My name is Corey Hackett Green. I am the co-founder of No More Interviews, LLC, the co-founder of Robin Seed, LLC, the co-founder of the In My Bag Tour Foundation, and I just started my personal venture called CLH Consulting, where I help people discover their purpose and to walk in it every single day. So just a little bit of background in regards to myself and Danielle. We actually met virtually, I want to say it was in February, just showing a lot of love and support in regards to what she's doing. What's going on, AJ? How you doing today? And pretty much just loving seeing everything that she was doing, helping other people. Her story was just intriguing to me, and I decided to retweet and show a lot of love from her. And she actually reached out to me, and it was different. And I knew that just from the principles that she explained with me, and our first conversation, for her to be able to reach out to me and ask how she could add value to my life, it was rare. I will say that. Because we come in a world that is so full of people that want to take day in and day out. And to have someone reach out to me and want to be able to be a blessing to me was something completely different. And I knew from that moment that something special would come from our relationship. Obviously, she discussed the In My Bag tour and our partnership with Kevin Stephenson, who is also one of the other co-founders of No More Interviews, LLC. We actually just started talking it day in and day out and became, talking to each other once a week to sometimes 3, 4, 5, too many days in a week. I got sick and tired of it, I'm not gonna lie, but it was so much fun to be able to build bonds with people. And even though we were in completely different states, we were able to execute 2 awesome events in her hometown and also my hometown as well. We're on TV, had Virginia Tech come out to our event. And it was just a big blessing. And it just allowed me to be able to establish trust in other people, because that's something that I struggled with as an only child, and being able to rely on her that I just had met this year, and also Kevin Stephenson, and just to be able to be confident in, the quality of work that we decided to give out in both of our communities was just a blessing. So I'm super excited. And actually I was able to find my purpose throughout this whole entire process, to the point where on September 23rd, I actually quit my part-time job to fully commit to my entrepreneurial ventures. So I'm going to run through those a little bit again as well. I started off with Robin Seed, LLC. So after my grandmother and my great aunt both passed away with dementia, my family, and I was nervous about it. I thought my family was going to fall apart, but we actually came together to form a real estate investment company. So we actually purchased a 6-unit building in East Cleveland, Ohio, which I'm super excited about. And I look forward to building up the community and to be able to provide high quality, low income housing for those around the world as well. Then No More Interviews, I co-founded that with Kevin Stephenson on August 8th. It all started with an idea, and I want to talk to anybody that's out there. Whatever your idea is, write it down and take it into fruition. All right. I always tell people, start now and figure out the rest later, because a lot of people get caught up in analysis paralysis, where you have so many awesome ideas, but you never actually take the action in regards to executing on that. And it's something where it developed to, we had a podcast, this hoodie that I'm wearing, and we actually recently just sold 45 shirts in 11 different states. And some of the states I haven't even been to, but one idea that we generated together is all across the country right now. So I'm super excited and blessed for that opportunity. And I look forward to the events that we're going to be hosting next year. More apparel, and just to be able to help people, develop a sense of confidence when it comes to chasing their entrepreneurial journeys. Because when it comes to No More Interviews, you don't work for anybody else anymore. So you're not doing any more interviews. So I want to make sure that people are able to understand what it takes to be able to get to that point, and to be able to establish a confidence and a sense of community, when you're making that transition, because it's very tough to be able to take those next steps to become successful. So I'm pretty excited about that. And we're going to have a movers and shakers community for all the people that need a community to come to in regards to taking those next steps of their life. Also, the In My Bag Tour Foundation, I'm just super excited to take that next step in the venture with Danielle and Kevin, and to be able to be a blessing to more and more communities throughout this country and this world. I'm really excited to be able to not only support the children and teachers within both of our communities, but to be able to have more of an involved role with the students and to be able to set a standard for them to be able to become excellent, just as Danielle suggested earlier. And that's important when it comes to obtaining scholarships and just finding out who you are. If you set that bar high, everything that you do in between reaching your goals is going to be at a high level. So just making sure that we can do that on a consistent basis. And I'm super excited about that, the book, the tour next year, and everything else that comes with that, because this year's tour came with tons of surprises. And if you asked me if I knew that Virginia Tech, our college, would come to our event and that we would be on TV, I would have told that you were crazy. But we did it, and I'm super excited for the following year. And like I said, my personal venture of CLH Consulting, I actually have one piece of it, which I just finished up, called Greater Works Thoughts Become Things. And I took 3 people from 2 different states, and I just took them through a 21-day process, with the first week being understanding how to develop a positive mindset. And I believe that's major in regards to anything that you do. If you don't have the tools up here to be able to execute, it's going to be difficult. So I taught these people how to write affirmations day in and day out, how to do verbal affirmations. We actually recorded them because I wanted them to see their body posture and their confidence, and to be able to speak life into everything that you do. Because if you are a firm reader and believer of the word, you understand that there is the power of life and death in your tongue. So if you're not using that properly and to your advantage, what you're going to speak is coming to fruition, whether it's good or bad. The second week, we worked on taking massive, imperfect, immediate action. And like Danielle said, we look to strive towards our goals. So don't get caught up in perfection. If you do things day in and day out, you have the opportunity to learn. And also by you taking action, things happen. So just getting people in that mindset where, we have the positive mindsets, we have massive, imperfect, immediate action to make those things happen. And after that comes manifestation. All right. So I believe that a complete faith requires, the belief, but it also requires action. And once you put those 2 things together, anything that you want in this world is possible. So after that 3-week process, I was actually able to generate testimonials, which I'm going to use to be able to build the backbone of my business. And I'm going to have so many different layers to CLH Consulting because I like reading. I read about 3 to 4 books on average at a time, and it just keeps me excited. And I'm also working on some personal branding stuff as well with Grass Taken. They've been super helpful with me in just regards to establishing a better online presence and understanding the power of social media and being able to have crisp and clear pictures, but also to be able to develop a crisp and clear message. So I'm super excited for all those different things. And, it's just been a blessing this year to be able to go from a part-time experience where I thought that I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and just going through that where I was actually a kickboxing instructor, and being able to help people day in and day out, and understanding that my purpose involved in serving people. And I felt the same way with the In My Bag tour. And after I quit my part-time job, I was actually feeling purposeless for a little while. But, I had to slow things down. And for me, purpose, you have to simplify things. It always starts with, what can you do better than other people can do in that moment? And then also, what can you do for free for your whole entire life and not get paid for it and still enjoy it? And for me, that was serving people. And I've always had a gift, and I was overthinking serving people because it became the norm that I was doing it day in and day out. And I never thought about it that could actually be my purpose. So when I simplified it, took my time through a 21-day fast, which I actually extended to 40 days. I was getting clarity from God day in and day out. And I was like, I know exactly what I need to do now. So I started the Greater Works course. Like I said, that's going to be one layer of what CLH Consulting is. But I look forward to helping people, expand their personal brand on social media, to be able to understanding the purpose of power of men, understanding the purpose and power of women, because I do believe that if you do not understand the purpose of something, that it is easily to misuse something. So I definitely want to make sure that people have the right knowledge in order to be successful within themselves, but also to be successful with the relationships that they have in their life. So that is who I am. I have a little bit going on. We have about 5 minutes left here with Danielle. She had an awesome talk today. I know you're going to come back and join me. You got some conversation. She's been ragging me all weekend, trying to get me prepared for 2020. I am super thankful to have her in my life, as well as Kevin Stephenson. I just firmly believe that, when 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, there he is. And we have done some amazing things together. And I look forward to continuing to do that as well. But it's just different to have friends with a Christian backbone, to be able to invest in you and to be able to rely on them day in and day out. And I know they get sick and tired of me, because I get sick and tired of them too. But my bad. But I enjoy them so much, and I'm just eternally grateful from them. And just like I said, how the relationships, like, we didn't know each other at the top of this year. And, anything that she needs, I promise I would be there for. And I believe she would do the same for me as well. So, definitely make sure that you value the people that you spend time with. And also make sure when you're trying to get to a certain place in your life, you got to surround yourself with the right folks. That is very key. And they get on me, I get on them, but it's all because we're trying to get to the same place and we're trying to get there together. So I am thankful for them. I love to extend my gratitude, and yeah. So what's going on, Danielle?
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Dwayne, DWYANE_wave, the same as Twitter as well. My website will be popping up very soon. That will be CLH Green, GREENE.com, where I'll have my personal branding stuff, in my bag tour stuff, no more interview stuff going on. Also, we will be purchasing the URL for no more interviews as well. So look forward to that. That will be nmi777.com. I also have a YouTube channel. Listen, I was up till 3 o'clock trying to make this video, so y'all have to go watch it, please. But my YouTube channel is Corey Hackett Green. What I'm actually working on is I started on November 25th, verbally recording my affirmations day in and day out. And it was an amazing experience because last week on Tuesday, I actually took a day trip to Miami. And just to be able to expand my possibility thinking that I can do work wherever that I want to. And it was just an amazing experience. So definitely look forward to subscribing to that. Facebook, I'm on there as well, and I'll be able to create a public page as well for that, for a lot of the different things that I have going on. But definitely make sure you check out the No More Interviews page on Instagram. That's No More Interviews 777, and on Twitter that is NMI_777. So if you need help with positive thoughts, if you need to find a community of like-minded individuals, if you need to be motivated day in and day out, definitely make sure you check that out. And also our podcast called Hide It in a Book, which is a podcast that takes the information that we learn and also from the guests that we bring on our podcast to be able to deliver information, because you know what they say about Black people: if you want to hide something from them, you hide it in a book. So we are getting rid of that rumor by taking the knowledge that we have learned from podcasts, from seminars, and all the different places and putting it in your ear. All right, so make sure you tune out to that. We just actually released a new episode last week with Nicole Tinson of HBCU 20 by 20, who's on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. And you know, if I do something, I do it big. So definitely make sure you check that out. We have tons of ladies, movers, and shakers on there this month. And Danielle's been on there about 3 times. She tried to steal the podcast from us, but that's all right. We still love her. So yes, definitely make sure you check all that stuff out.
Y'all have any questions for Corey?
I can't see him. You got all these attachments popping up on your computer.
You know how to
You're
work
a busy
the Mac.
person.
Come on. All right,
Thank you. Thank you for all the love and support. And yes, if you do have any questions for me, definitely make sure you reach out to me. I love connecting with new people. And also you can find me on LinkedIn as well, Corey Hackett-Green with the E at the end. But Danielle, thank you for this very first YouTube live experience. Once again, I'm grateful for you.
Gotcha,
and it doesn't get much better than her. And if it does, it's me. No, I'm playing. I'm playing, but thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all give it up for Corey. He can't hear you, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching and taking some time to hear what he's up to. You'll see that it's all love on this side. I want to see everyone succeed. Dope for Degrees is bigger than just me. It's about touching the world and touching lives so that we positively impact others. One thing we noted when we did the In My Bag tour this year is our purpose is to give the youth access to the resources they need to succeed, but also teach the younger generation to always give back. And so there's power in unity. This was just a small example of how powerful we can be together. We're always strong together. And I'm not talking about race. I'm not talking about skin color. I'm talking about as human beings, as people coming together in this joining forces. As you know, as we teach in 2020, I'm going to teach you how to build a team to win and have your scholarship success, because I didn't do it by myself. I had people help me be successful along the way, from my mentor, Thomas Harrelson, who taught me the basics of business, to my sister who edited my essays and who still edits the things I produce through Dope for Degrees today. Thanks, Cab. Great info. To my family and people who supported me, to my friends, Corey and Kevin, who have my back. I mean, A2, everyone, it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to be successful. And you can't do it alone. And so I'm here to help you. Corey's here to help you. The whole Dope for Degrees team is here, A2. Anything we can do to help you all succeed and live the life you want to live, we're here to do it. And so this is just a small token of showing you. I don't think y'all ever met Corey on Dope for Degrees channel. Y'all seen him in videos, but he actually had a chance to talk to y'all today. As always, I hope you have a fantastic Sunday, a fantastic week. Finish this year strong, y'all. Finish it strong. It's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. So persevere. give your best, and leave nothing on the table. I will see you again next Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard, and I'll see you throughout videos this week. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.